I'm Paul de Bakker.
And where were you?
That's a very existential question. Sorry, I couldn't help myself. Where was I? I was in Bintulu, Malaysia. Already almost 2 weeks ago. I came back. Great trip.
Why were you in Bintulu?
I was invited to come fly the first global sport kite freestyle challenge, which I happily accepted. The trip was awesome. I had a great time. I was a little bit worried about potential food-related issues, temperature, humidity-related issues. None of that. It was awesome. Kite flying was great. The festival was great. The people were great. It's a really good trip. Happy I went.
And you were there to fly sport kites?
Correct.
So what was your overall impression of the sport kite competition?
The competition was tough. Good flyers. Great flyers, actually. I don't think I can recall in the last decade being in a sport kiting field with that many good flyers as my fellow flyers slash competitors. So I had my work cut out for me. We had Valentin Martinet from France. We had Scott Weider from the USA. We had, oh my goodness, I'm gonna butcher some of the names on the Asian front. We had Grisha König from Germany. We had Shannon Redaway from Australia. We got Luca Piattoni from Italia. Yeah, we had a good representation from all over the world.
What position did you come in the first half?
The first half, I came in a shared fifth position, and I don't care to remember with how many people I shared that position. The first half was a what they called a head-to-head competition, and it's what I had known prior as a trick out, meaning as many different freestyle tricks in as little possible time, 30 seconds for each flyer, that repeated 3 times. So it's a pretty fast-paced and hectic type competition. Second half was a musical routine, so you fly a freestyle slash precision slash, it was geared towards tricks, freestyle maneuvers to music. So choreography became a very large part of what was shown there, what was supposed to be shown.
And how did you do in that?
I did lots better in that, not coincidentally, because that's more of a favorite discipline of mine. I came in second on that one.
Would you do it again?
Yeah, I would. Definitely, there were some toothing issues. What's the phrase?
Teething.
There we go. But no, it was fun. We had a great time. There are the 2 halves of the competition were sufficiently different so that there could be something for everybody, basically. And I can complain about didn't do so well in the head-to-head or the trick-out phase of things, but if that's not my thing, it's not my thing. It can be for somebody else, and I did well in my parts. All is good. There's something there for everybody. We've got hecklers. Pacific Northwest hecklers.
So you were flying against
myself.
Yourself. You were competing against yourself. I know you say that all the time.
Correct.
But you were competing against some of the world's best sport kite flyers.
Yep, that was what I was told beforehand, and that is certainly what I saw over there. As much as I like my own philosophy of you're only competing against yourself, that notion is certainly put to the test, in especially the head-to-head competition. You're really not flying against yourself. You really truly are flying against somebody else. So yeah, different type of competition. Haven't done it in a while. Certainly very interesting. Looking at the Valentins and the Richard Debrays. Richard Debray was one of our judges and was nice enough to fly some demos as well. Those guys technically are incredibly good. So there's absolutely something to like. Grisha König, another one. I can look at those guys and learn technical skills, absolutely. I learned that kite flying, sport kite flying, is being done at a very high level in more corners of the world than I knew previously. We are connected to other flyers on Facebook, you know, all the social media. You see videos, but you never know how many takes it took to make a little video. It's easy to edit stuff. You don't know what the level or quality of flying is until you actually live see it, and I live saw it, and it's impressive. I mean, sport kite flying is truly everywhere.
Would you say sport kite flying is on the rise in the Asian countries and outside of the U.S. and Europe?
From what I've seen and talked to the representatives of the various countries and areas, yeah, I would, because they're all like, oh yeah, there's like a good handful of other flyers of my skill level in my particular flying spot. I'm like, okay, pretty cool. So yes, if what I heard from individuals was any representation of what's truly going on, then yeah, I would say that indeed sport kite flying, dual line sport kite flying, but quad too for that matter, is on the rise in Asia, South America for that matter, from again what I'm hearing on the ground kind of thing.
Did you have a chance to talk with like the Asian flyers and a handful of the European flyers about how that growth is happening and maybe how it's different from what you experienced?
You know, we had a very, very busy schedule, not just with flying multiple times, but also with being helpers for the other flyers as we were running the competition. There was not that much of a chance to talk shop, if you will. So I have to admit, no, not that much. It seems to be very grassroots. It seems to be very much like a lot of the guys in Asia, Australia. They've been looking at the videos that the Europeans have put up, that the Americans perhaps have put up, and learned from that, and from that developed a movement with local flyers that then can get each other more excited about flying.